Chair, now recognize the gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Franks, for 5 minutes.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Admiral Searing, everybody said it, but I just hope you know my name is on the list of those who honor and revere your commitment to this country and your service.
Hunter's next.
Admiral Searing, has MDA completed the inventory objective for both the SM-3-1B and the 2A?
So there is not a stated inventory objective, but I know what the Navy is thinking it should be, and we are not close to that.
When do you think this objective or this, when do you think we could achieve that objective?
At the production rate of, Mr. Franks, I'll plan for 40 to 50 a year. It'll be within the next 4 to 5 years.
You know, sometimes it's important for us to understand how much oversight MDA receives in the executive branch and legislative branches. Sometimes it's an enormous burden on you, but I'd like to just ask you to detail how many meetings, how many RFIs, and how much paperwork is involved at MDA for these oversight processes.
Can I give you a qualitative answer?
Yes, sir.
A lot.
A lot.
Sir,
Yeah.
we are under a tremendous amount of oversight and answer many questions from many different organizations on the development of missile defense technology and capability.
Well, given that it's a lot, for all of this work, how many recommendations did GAO have in its FY16 report?
There were 3 or 4, if you parse one. So I'll say 4 for the record.
And how many of those were validated by DOD?
We didn't agree with 3 of the 4.
3 of the 4. So how about the FY15 report? I'm not going to pursue this much longer.
I don't recall any recommendations, specific recommendations from that report.
So how much oversight would MDA have if we made the BMDS accountability report and the GAO mandate biannual and alternated when they were submitted? And how could the agency better focus on the mission if we did that?
So I want to just start by saying that given the oversight responsibility, we have actually a constructive relationship with GAO. So I don't want to impugn GAO in any way, that we work closely with them. But to answer your question directly, I think a biannual report would be more than sufficient in terms of their oversight responsibility.
Well, let me shift gears on you here. How long do you think it will be before the GMG system has operational spares to ensure we maintain 44 GBIs at all times?
So it'll be post-2020 when we have a redesigned kill vehicle available for procurement.
And I know you need to pull GBIs from the ground for the RKV recapitalization of the CE-1 interceptors. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
How can we ensure that we don't fall below that 44 GBIs in place in the calendar year 2018?
Sir, in FY18, the department made a down payment on solving that problem with $150 million to go towards 2 silos and 6 boosters. That would 2 silos additionally up in Fort Greely, and there'll be a tail to that in FY19 and out to complete that work. But the department's taken steps to address that shortfall, where if that were funded and supported by Congress this year, and when the department funds the tail, plans will be in place to not dip below 44 for any length of time.
So that means you'll start buying GBIs again to add into our inventory when?
We will buy boosters, sir, starting this year, and we will buy the silo materials starting this year as well.
Well, Mr. Chairman, that's all I have. And just again, thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
I thank the gentleman. Chair, now recognize the gentlelady.